Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. It's Mark from Mark's Gone Walking. Now before I start today's video, if you'd like to, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, to give us a thumbs up. And also if you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and put the bell notification on to see more updates and more reviews like this. Okay, straight into the video. Hope you enjoy it and you find it useful. Hi guys, so it's Mark from Mark's Gone Walking here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to just talk to you about this Lightline jacket, mountain equipment Lightline jacket that I recently bought, an absolute steal from Vinted. And what I wanted to do is just test and really show how you can bring life to pre-loved pieces of equipment. This jacket, this retails normally for around £200. I know that you can get it discounted down to about 140, 160, but I bought this particular jacket off Vinted for £45. Now this jacket was there was one owner, I think his son who'd worn it and obviously didn't have a use for it anymore, and I think you can just see, I'll get some close-ups on it, but there's a bit of dirt on the outer, but the loft in the panels here is really relatively intact, and there's a good fill in it. So for a jacket that I'm not going to be too precious about, I can put this in my rucksack, and this particular size is a small, so I was able to buy this coat with some confidence in the small because I've actually got a black version of this in medium, and I know this that particular coat, I haven't worn it on top of the mountain to put in my rucksack because in a day sack it is quite big to put in there, so I tend to just wear that around town, or if I'm doing a lowland walk, or if you want to, if I'm not walking that far, but certainly for mountain I haven't used it. So I was looking for a similar jacket to the orange mount equipment I've got, which I'll put the name of that in. I've done a previous review on that, but I just wanted to share with you opportunities if you know what you're looking for to buy off Vinted. Now of course, you've got to be careful and you've got to look at the pictures in the description, but I could see straight away that this was a great coat to have, and for that price it was just really too good not to have. So I'm just going to sort of take it off, show you some of the conditions of it, and the other purpose of this video today is to really, I'm going to wash this. Now I know that there's a couple of videos on YouTube that describes how to wash or if indeed you can wash a down jacket. Now I have done it before with my orange down jacket, and that came back as a mountain equipment coat, and that come back really well. You just got to be really careful when you're doing it and put it on a low heat and tumble dryer. And I also use a hand dryer, a hair dryer, just to loft up the sleeves to give some to dry it out, dry the feathers there. But I think in terms of insulation capabilities or qualities, it can increase it if you're careful and you know what you're doing. Now, disclaimer, I bought this for £45. I'm going to do it on this coat, and I took a chance with the new one. I put the orange one a couple of years ago, and that worked, and that's why I'm going to do this again with this coat. Just get the outer cuffs. You can just see, just come a bit closer, you can see some of the sleeves where it's been worn, and on here I think there's like a slight discoloration of the outer shell. And all of those you know about outdoor equipment, and certainly down jackets, these things are not waterproof. They are relatively, this particular one is relatively water resistant. I've worn my black one in rain, and it can withstand light to moderate rain, or very light rain, I'd say. So handle with care if you choose to do it. A bit of a disclaimer before I start the video: this is my own personal jacket that I paid for with my own money, and as I said, I got it from Vinted for £45. So I'm going to basically see how it goes and see how we can bring life back to a pre-loved vintage jacket, and see how we get on. I'd be interested to see what the results are. Now I'm just going to put it in on a low temperature wash, and then very, very important with down jackets, when you, as I've done it before, my previous one, is that I put it on a very low heat on the tumble dryer. That's absolutely imperative and very important to stop the jacket shrinking, obviously. And then I do tend to get it out every sort of 5-10 minutes to see how much the loft is drying, and I'll finish it off with a hand dryer, with a hair dryer, to bring out the qualities and bring out the loft again. So let's see how we get on. Now, one thing just to add, I bought these off Amazon. So there you go. So some tennis balls. Now apparently the secret to getting the loft back in your down jacket when you wash it is to use, you can get drying balls, they call them, off Amazon, and they're similar type things, but also obviously as long as they're clean, because you wouldn't want to put some used tennis balls in there. But we're going to put 3 of those in and see how the loft comes out when it goes in tumble dry. And hopefully it'll bring this back, this colour out here, and restore it to its former glory. We'll see how we get on. Okay guys, so I'm just going to show you around the collar. There's a bit of grime there, I guess you just describe it as, and along sort of here, the opening here, and on the front, same sort of effect here, but it's a beautiful blue colour. Not too sure what to call this, but you see on the arms where I think probably this one's been wearing this in the rain, and on the end of the cuffs you can see there a bit of discoloration. So I'm going to pop it in the wash, see how it comes out, and hopefully bring back some life to this beautiful mountain equipment down jacket. Pop one of those in and just put on a quick wash. There you go. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, one wash jacket, and let's pop it in. Let's pop it in the dry and check every 10 minutes. So then just one thing, just a note before I start. So one thing to note, most importantly, this is on the feather setting on this dryer, so make sure before you even attempt this that you make sure that that is on the correct setting. So let's put it on and off we go. Check every 10 minutes. There you go. So I've checked it once. This is after about 20 minutes, so you can just start to see the loft is coming back. We'll leave that in now, and I'll keep on checking it for each 10 minutes to see how it's going. I reckon it'll probably take about an hour, but the most important thing is to make sure you check the jacket every 10 minutes. There you go. So an hour and a half it's been in there, and as you can see, the loft has really increased. So I'm going to take it off. I've checked it, I've put it on before for size, and it hasn't shrunk, which is good. And I've got to try it on now. Hi guys, so it's been in for about an hour and a half now, and I just checked the size, and there's been no shrinking on that. That's good. So it's just, there's a slightly bit of dampness to the touch here. So what I'm going to do now is just use the hairdryer and just loft it up a bit more, and then I'll pop it back in the tumble dryer just to give it that volume again. So I just, as I said before, I use the hairdryer. I've done this before because you can just focus on a few key areas. But the good news is, I'll show you here. So the grime that was on there before, that's now gone. That's nice and clean. So really pleased with that. And you can see on the arms, they're a lot cleaner than they were. So it's absolutely fabulous. Still a little bit on the side, but not too bad, none to speak of. So I would say in terms of the loft, it's probably about 60% of what it should be. So again, I'll keep on working on it and just make sure that obviously the hairdryer is on a cool setting as well. Giving that a bit of focus and into the arms, into the sleeves, should I say. So there we go. The key thing here is to check and take your time with the tumble dryer. Make sure that switching, make sure that setting is on the light, cool setting, and then just check it. And as you see, so I'm just going to work on this some more and just take my time, pop it back in the tumble dryer, and I'll show you the results when the loft's up again, and that'll be a great addition to my kit. Okay guys, I'll bring it back in there. There guys, so I've worked on it with the hairdryer, and as you can see the loft on the arms is now restored to where it should actually be now. So you can see the arms filled out. So really pleased with it. Just a bit of patience and working on the arms with the hairdryer and putting it back in the tumble dryer. So I think in total probably we're checking every 10 minutes. It's been in the tumble dryer for an hour and a half, so to give you some idea. And again, just to get to this condition again, really pleased with it. As I said, it's been restored now, and the outer shell is a lot cleaner than it was when I got them Vinted. So yeah, absolutely go and check out Vinted for all some of the load of walking gear on there. There's some really good brands, mountain equipment, Patagonia, North Face, there's Berghaus on there as well, and a lot of Fjallraven and stuff as well. So if you've got an eye for what you want, go and check it out. It's really worthwhile. You can save you some money and also save the planet at the same time. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, and if you like what I do, if you want to give us a thumbs up, and if you really like what I do, if you want to give us a subscribe to the channel, it all helps grow the channel. And I'll be doing some more reviews on kit that I get along the way. So all the best. Talk to you soon. Take care.